live. We are live.
Welcome back to the 2023 Mixed World Championships Tournament from Leader Lanes, National New Hampshire. Paul Grant live on Candlepin Network. Greg Gouillart on the technology and the commentary. Kevin Burns, our roving reporter. Our fourth match of 6 today. 24 teams, 23 matches over 3 days. Joe Smith, the captain for bottom shelf on the right. Justin Lanes, JT for the window source on lane 33. One string match, 2 points for a win, 1 for tie. Nothing of a total. Top 6 cash out. Bud Light 2.0 controls the destiny for number 1. 4 points ahead of all the competitors behind. We'll get an update in the standings momentarily. Let's bring in Greg Gouillart.
Hello, it is your Greg Gouillart. Lanes taking aim at a 10-pin and getting the spare. Let me mark that in real quick for you fine people, and then explain that this is a 24-team round robin, the Mixed Worlds Invitational, live from Leader Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. 23 matches across the weekend, and this is our third to last one. Joe Smith 8 box. Key that in. 2 match points for a win and 1 for a tie, and the only tie we have to tie break is for first place. That would be with a 1-string roll-off. All other ties are broken by total pinfall.
Can you go with the substitution rule too, please?
That's right. You can also substitute in the Worlds and Mixed Worlds. Must be in the first half and must not be on a mark.
Thank you. 2 more matches after this on Candlepin Network. Please subscribe free to our YouTube channel. Never a charge, never a trial period. It's always free, all the time. Subscribe on YouTube, Candlepin Bowling Network, and like, share, subscribe on our Facebook page as well. Or like or follow, I should say. JT 5-2 split. On the spare, 13 through 1. Not happy with that. Joe Smith had an 8. He has 2 standing, the 2 and the 5. JT a 3-2 split. JT likes to bowl in all the tournaments, getting better and better. A great teacher, Mark Ritchie at Liver Rock Lanes, Amesbury, Mass. Mentored dozens and dozens of bowlers. Joe Smith 9, 17 through 2 for bottom shelf. And JT a banana split lead for a 6. After a spare 3, 19 through 2. They're up by 2 pins in this 1-string match. Andy Bailey on lane 33, veteran bowler from Amesbury, Massachusetts. Home of Riverwalk Lanes, Amesbury, Mass, where she bowls out of. Uses the lighter 2.5 pound bowling balls. 2.7 is the max by rule on the 2.8 Candlepin sticks. Amy Doobie on lane 34, the number 5 seed in the latest Candlepins for Cancer live show 2 weeks from today. Extra Lane Shooters Pub, 10 a.m. start. Special guest commentator Mike Moran. Here's a spare. Bailey, all but the head pin.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to my wife. That's all.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it.
You gotta subscribe on YouTube, the Candlepin Bowling Network.
Oh, we already have.
Okay. Bailey going for the 10 and missed it right for a 9. Amy runs this Sunday monthly Pro League, does an outstanding job helping out here a little bit behind the scenes too. From Fremont, New Hampshire, 107 league bowler, 198 high single, high triple 480 out of Extra Lane Shooters Pub, Exeter, New Hampshire. Great owner Rob Ficara Singh there, been there for a long, long time. And she has the Augusta, Maine special, the 1710 Sports Center. Lousy lead, but a great name for a bowling center. Mark Carrier, phenomenal job taking over last year. And Samantha Bryant, bride to be eventually, will join in the party also in ownership. A good try there for Doobie. Bailey just missed her chance, the opposite side, the 7. 90 league bowler nowadays, 164 high single, 415 high triple.
9 box.
9 for Amy out of the channel. And Andy right on for a 10. 19 through 2. Amy 26 through 2 after a spare 7. 43-38, bottom shelf, up by 5. Peggy Donnelly. We're bowling Amy Doobie. That's the number 4 seed 2 weeks from today. That Candlepin for Cancer ladies only roll-off on Candlepin Bowling Network. 10 a.m. start. From Boxford, Massachusetts. 66 years young. 100 average now, 103 her best year average-wise. High single 178, high triple 416, also out of Riverwalk Lanes, Amesbury, Mass. In bowls the monthly Sunday Pro League at Exeter Lane Shooters Pub. And talk about a great performer in clutch situations. Glennis McKinley on lane 34 with a 6-9 lead. She was tremendous. The Battle of the Sexes, her first year with Bob Allard at Bolorama, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, through an even 1200, a 120 average for a high 10, which is 1200 that day. It's on Candlepin Bowling Network. And she won the first ever women's doubles event last year at Exeter Lane Shooters Pub as she gets a spare. With Deb DeRoja, 5 strikes and 2 strings. Watch that thriller on Candlepin Bowling Network, the women's doubles event. Peggy Donnelly has the 4-7. And she gets an 8. Update. We get the update standings here, courtesy Kevin Burns. Bud Light 2.0 controls the destiny. If they win 2 more matches, they'll clinch first place without a roll-off. Harry's All-Stars in sole possession is second place, 30 points, tied for third and fourth. Academy Lanes, JB Seamless Gutters out of Canada. Fifth is PC Enterprises, 26. The newcomers tied, but the pinfall favors, I believe, PC Enterprises. Tiebreaker is pinfall, unless it's tied for first. Stars and Strike lost a tough one last match. They dropped to 7, but 25 points, still in contention for the top 6 payouts. And bottom shelf here, 24 points. Needs to pretty much win out to have a chance. Top 5 more than likely. New England Flooring lost a couple now. They're 23 points. Drywall Concepts had a big win. They got 22 points. ASD Fit Boston, 20 points. Extra Lanes, 20 points. Slim chances to get in the top 6. Those are your top scorers for now. In our 4th match of 6 today, Glennis, good bid after a spare 7, just missed the 5, the queen pin for the ladies. Peggy Donnelly, who needs the wood? Sharpshooter. Spare. 18 the ball through 2. Glennis a 10, 27 through 2. 1 spare than them for the window source. They trail 70-56. Hey Greg, have you gotten over the last match? That was bizarre. That was berserk.
I tell you what.
Bizarre, I should say.
I have to take a moment in Kegler's Den to think about it afterwards. Great mozzarella triangles.
I was going
by the way.
berserk.
Always good mozzarella triangles here at Leda Lane's Kegler's Den.
Love the pretzels.
There's a good thought too. Great food and atmosphere here. Leda Lane's, Nashua, New Hampshire.
Tim Jalbert wobbling 2 in the 7. Here's the bulldozer, Jeff Walsh out of Riverwalk Lanes, Amesbury, Mass. The 4's been right, the 1-3-6-10. First spare, missed it right. Jalbert, 121 league bowler, 123 average, his best season. Walsh missed it also. Tim's high single 183, high triple 465, high 5 721, and that's a Paul Grant special. Missed a second, make the 3rd for a 10. Walsh a tough 6. 80-62, early 18 pin lead for bottom shelf, minus a fill ball from Peggy Donnelly. For Jeff Walsh, 39 years old, now from Sandown, New Hampshire, originally Somerville, Mass. Spent time in Redfield, Mass, and Somerville, like I said originally. 1-3 generous leave for Jalbert. The Bulldogs are 9. 3 pin for a spare. On lanes 33 and 34, Bob Lee and Duncan McDougall are coverage on lane 35, 36 with Drywall Concepts and the Turkey Hunters. Jalbert can't connect, but Walsh does. Nice bounce back from that 6, 16 to the ball through 2. Jalbert.
10.
You missed the second, make the 3rd again?
No.
All right, I missed that shot, so 20 through 2, 2 10s, 18 pin lead for bottom shelf with 2 spares to none.
No. Jalbert got stymied by the wood, unfortunately, on that spare bid, so he got the wrong pin. We're playing charades again. What's up?
You have 9 in the first ball? You got 9 in the first ball?
Nope, 8, 9, 10. Jimbo Ayotte. That pin gets 4-7-10. This is Keith Beaupre. In case you couldn't tell by that hit, 6-10.
So we got interesting stories here. Jimbo Ayotte, the Pro Bowl of the Year in the Pro Series, and won the Friday Night Pro League Championship for Academy Lanes too. The Tsunami Keith Beaupre out of Riverwalk Lanes, Amesbury, Mass. Again, Mark Ritchie, disciple. 6'10", missed it left. Could be bowling. Justin Waters, 2 weeks from today, July 9th, after the Candlepin for Cancer live show, 5 p.m., making the trek from Exeter Lanes to Spare Time, Whitensville, Mass. A short 90-minute drive for the ACST Class A Championship. And Beaupre with the Paul Grant Special, missed the second, make the third at 10. Jimbo joins the 10 party. 18-pin lead for bottom shelf. Match 21 of 23, 4th of 6 today. We did 7 Friday, 10 yesterday, 6 today. This is our 4th run right now. On the head pin, pushes the 9, leads up the 6. Beaupre, same thing, 6'10", 2-for-1 special. 194 high single did in the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour playoffs against Bruno DeFeo. Watch that thriller with Justin Scally's call on the ACST Facebook page or Candlepin Bowling Network. And robbed is Jimbo. And this time Beaupre gets it for a spare. 20 in a ball through 2. That's 3 marks. Now it's a none.
A split and adverse wood for Ayotte to start. Good accuracy overall.
3 marks to none. Favors the window source from Seabrook, New Hampshire. Jimbo 2 10s, 20 through 2. 110-92, bottom shelf up by 18. However, 3 marks to none against them. We got a virtual tie. What else is new?
Basically 4 marks to 2 overall in the match and 7 pins gained by bottom shelf in the pinning.
Justin Lyonnaise, the New England knockout with the Magic Man, Tony Levesque. Coverage July 1st, Friday on Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook. 6 to 2, 5, 8, 10. He had 19 his first 2, had a spare 3 and a 6. Joe Smith looking for his first mark. He's got a banana split. 4-7 left, 6-10 right. Joe from Wilmington, Mass. Gets the 4-7, leads up the 6-10. He's 47 years old. High single, 209. Lyonnaise can't get the ball to go. He gets a 9. Joe Smith a 10. Joe 27 through 3. JT 28 through 3. 19-pin lead for bottom shelf. Minus 3 balls. Joe Smith's high single again, 209. High triple, 456. High 5, 695 out of Academy Lanes, Pub 125, Haverhill, Massachusetts, in the Bradford section. Just passing their 1-year anniversary next week at the Pub 125. Big 9 drop there, wiggle on the 6, wood to help for Smith, the captain. JT leads up the triangle, the 2-4-5. Smith right on for a spare. First mark for him, 37 in the ball through 4. JT 8, 36 through 4. Ladies' second annual doubles event coming your way, September 9th. Defending champs Glennis McKinley and Deb DeRoche will try to defend their title. Message me Paul Grant on Facebook Messenger for more information or on Candlepin Chat. 220 cap as of May 31st, 2023. $160 entry fee per team. Join the party, ladies. Potential first place prize of $2,500 based on 24 teams and sponsorship. Winners got $1,500 last year. Andy Bailey, 19 through 2. Amy Doobie, 26 through 2 on the left. Amy's won international ladies titles in the States and in Canada. New Hampshire teams winners of doubles, mixed teams and mixed doubles, and Massachusetts team titles as well. She has the 1-3-6, the queen pin for the ladies, the 5 behind number 1. Andy has the 1-3-8-9-10, one piece of wood to the right of the 3. Just missed right, leads up to 1 in the 8. Doobie for a spare, missed right. 1-3-5. Bailey off the wall, gets a 9. 28 through 3. One string matches. Amy off the wall, stuff short of the 5. She gets a 9. 35 through 3. 21 pin lead for bottom shelf. 3 marks to none. Favorite window source. The window source for window installations. Seabrook, New Hampshire. Check them out. Sponsoring their team here at the Mixed Worlds 2023 at Leda Lanes, Nashville, New Hampshire. Bailey, 2-8-7 left. Amy in the pocket. Breaks the check mark, 4-7 left, the 5 to the right.
I don't think that wood's going to fly over from the 4-pin, unfortunately, Paul.
We'll see. 4-pin? Yeah, let's see. Let's see. It's going to be tough. It could... Andy can't get the break. Maybe too far left.
I don't fault her for trying. The wood in front wasn't going to be much worth either. Just angled the wrong way.
Bailey gets a 9. Pinning good, 37 through 4.
Yeah.
Amy Doobie an 8. 43 through 4. 20 pin lead is lead for bottom shelf, minus 3 spares for the window source. Pegley Donnelly, first to 3 on a mark. The 3, 4th, and 5th ball is 18 of the ball.
Yeah, the mark that bottom shelf trails by is made up for by pinning 9 pins worth, so it's virtually an even match.
Glennis McKinley on the right, 27 through 2. Amy, Glennis to the left, I should say. Peggy on the right. And again, she's a 109 ball, but she's a 123 career high average for peak season with a eye-popping 202 high single, just 5 points behind world record holder Brenda LeMagdalene, who we saw last match. From our card forward, who won a thriller over Stars and Strikes, a must-see match on Candlepin Network on YouTube. Now it's match number 20. Match number 20.
No mark, Donnelly.
What'd she get in this fill?
7.
She had 7 in the fill, 25 through 2. Lennis leads up to 10. Lennis high 5, high triple rather, 477, high 5, 721, and a high 10, 1200. Peggy Donnelly, 10, 35 through 3. Lennis a 9, 36 through 3. And bottom shelf still has the lead. Down to 12 now, minus 2 balls.
Not yet. I would love to see them too. Ball's going in search of standings for us all. Peggy Donnelly is up in box 4. Looked like the balance got lost partway at the line. Glennis McKinley. Sean McKinley has the high 5 here at Leda Lane, 769. He's got a cluster of 7. 5 left. McKinley picks pins. There is a chance of a pinning swing here, depending on how this pans out. Donnelly still has 5 to get. Pinning is significantly in bottom shelf's favor at the moment. Donnelly got 3 in the back, and that should mitigate that. $8 there. And McKinley will have a triangle to aim at, and the standings do seem to be in, so we'll look forward to that. It's an 8-box for each.
All right, updating the stand, we're going to talk to Hall of Famer Steve Reno Sr. momentarily. Bud Light 2.0 in the driver's seat for number 1 with no playoffs, so they win the next 2 matches to clinch. They have 34 points. Harry's All-Stars, 30 points in second. Academy Lanes, JD Seamless Gutters tied for third, but total pinfall is the difference. That favors JD, so technically JD's is third. Academy Lanes is fourth. PC Enterprise is fifth at 26 points. And 6 is the newcomers now, sliding ahead of Stars and Strikes, who lost a tough one to Marquardt Ford. They're at 25 points, 1 point out of the top 6 to cash in. Bottom shelf here, 24 points in 8th currently. Still have a chance to get in. New England Flooring 23, Drywall Concepts 22, AST Fit Boston. The window source here, Extra Lanes 20 points. Still have an outside shot. Turkey Industry last, 19 points. Marquardt Ford, we just saw it, 18 along with CPL, Central Park Lanes, 24/7 bookkeeping services, have 18. Nothing to lose, 17. Holbrook's Coca-Cola 16. High-Low Dispensary 12 with Riverwalk Lanes. Team Hollywood, Hub Power Sports, Hurricane 6. Back to Greg.
Well, his daughter asked him to bowl in the adult youth. Yeah, so she's been bowling him in the adult youth stuff.
The spare fill for Jeff Walsh was 7, 8 for each. Confirming scores, 167 to 172, that's confirmed, so 5-pin advantage. Beaupre and Joe Smith with opposite marks. Walsh crossed over a little bit. Not often you see that back pin here at Lita, but the diamond is what we see. Nickel and dime, nope, not this time for Jalbert. He's got a 10-pin. On the diamond, it goes. The wood in the middle likely helped the shot for Walsh. Accuracy required, and he did it. Jalbert, yes, 10-pin goes as well. Had to avoid the wood in the channel. He did.
Yeah, I'm bowling a Millet next Saturday.
Keith Beaupre on a spare. Jimbo Ayotte, both on 20.
Yeah.
Current situation, 5 marks to 4 for the window source. Pinning gap still 8 in favor of bottom shelf.
Like Chris Dodger's going next Saturday.
Beaupre's mark. Head pin hit, doesn't carry the 10, but does collect 7.
All right, we're going to talk to Steve Reno Sr. in just a moment. We're getting back here.
Hall of Famer. 258 for Jimbo Ayotte. No mark Beaupre. That back pin is tough to carry. 5-8 goes, but not the 2. Jimbo Ayotte reigning Bowler of the Year and Pro Series champion, both distinctions from the Pro Series. We've covered a few of those events here on Candlepin Bowling Network, and we look forward to carrying more in the future. Ayotte picks a pin here, 10 versus 9. Both anchor bowlers have been 3 for 3 on the head pin. Take that 4 for 4 in Beaupre's case. The wood's going to fly way far forward, so expect this to be a 6-7-10 unless it rolls back or into the channel. Ayotte also 4 for 4. That's 3-5-10. Interesting piece of wood. Wood retrieval, Kevin, and it gives you a chance to give us an update.
How about this for an upset? 24-7 has an early 1-pin lead over the first place team, but like 2.0. But Chris Bovier, House Pro, can easily cut into that. Academy is down over PC Enterprises. Harry All-Stars is blowing through the Hurricanes. The newcomers are Blue and a Coke with Coca-Cola.
Great split conversion, Ayotte.
And JD Gutters is also walking over Riverwalk. No pun intended.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Beaupre 9 rings us back. Let's just do everything ever. Take the switcher arrows away. Look at this tie match and pins down, although, of course, 3 marks to 1 for bottom shelf. Yeah, 4 for 4 for the anchor bowlers. So some solid work here. Mark apiece. Somehow only 1 mark despite all their accuracy. And all the ladies are doing well, honestly. Bailey pinning well, and Donnelly, Doobie, and McKinley all with marks. Joe Smith a strike on spare. Lyonnais unfortunate to punch through. Oh, that 2-pin would be worth more up than down. It stays. Tries the wood. It hits the sidewall far too soon and just caroms perfectly behind the pins, unfortunately. Wood in the back can deflect the ball if he's not careful. Or it can deflect perfectly like that. Scorpion tail kick took the 2, and then the other end of the wood flew over to the 10. 6 turns to 10. So yet another 20 we see on this pair of lanes. Can Joe Smith tack on? That's on a strike, and he just doubled up. And a big momentum swing for bottom shelf. Double strike, baby. Bottom shelf starting to pile on. Look at that, Paul.
I just missed it. I just missed the fun. We're trying to get old Steve Reno. You just left the party. We're trying to get him back here.
Well, hey, that'd be a lot of fun, too.
Yes.
We saw him yesterday as well. Heard from him, rather. Third ball, Lyonnais.
Joe Smith, no stranger to double strikes and triple strikes, like a lot of Pro Bowlers.
9-box Lyonnais. Paul.
Bottom shelf takes the lead by 21. Okay, lane reset in 34. Okay, let's get situated here again, Greg. So bottom shelf up 21. 242, 221. 2 spares to 1 in their favor also. And plus a double strike for bottom shelf.
Yep.
So you could say 4 marks to 1.
Yep, and pinning advantage is starting to tilt towards bottom shelf as well. 11 pins extra. So, and then of course they have those extra strikes.
Edie Bailey on the left. Amy Doobie on the right. 2 more matches left after this to wrap up the 2023 Mixed World Tournament, Leader Lanes, National New Hampshire. Doobie leads up the 1-2. Andy, parallel pins plus the 4 to the left. Amy gets to go for a 10. 53 half. Andy gets an 8. 45 half.
I got it.
Bottom shelf now up by 23.
Doobie, Caleri left side. 2-4-6-10 for Bailey. That plank sort of forms a barn door. Gonna have to fly that 2-pin.
Just double, sorry, Jerry, just double checking. Bottom shelf is only 2 points out of the cash, but they're 8th right now. So there's a little bit of a long jam there, so they got to still have a chance. And they have the lead by 23 right now. So if they win outright, they give them a chance to get in the top 6 to cash out. And a very slim chance at this point. More than likely not going to catch number 1 seed, Bud Light 2.0, because no one seems to be catching them right now. So up to 8 scores, Glennis McKinley coming up next, and Peggy Donnelly. Amy Doobie 60, through 6. Andy Bailey 51 through 6. 24 pin lead is the lead. The bottom shelf. Glennis on 24. Half horse to the 2 and the 8. 44 for her. Peggy 43 coming in. Peggy hooks left. Not a bad lead. 1-3-6-5 behind the head pin. Glennis 1-4-7-10. Peggy, beautiful shot, just missed by a millispec for a spare. Glennis gets an 8, 52 half. Peggy gets the 10, 53 half for her. And just 22 for bottom shelf. On the right.
Great penning for bottom shelf, losing less than a pin per frame.
Huh? What's that, Greg? What's that, Greg?
Bottom shelf losing less than a pin per frame, good pinning. And it is creating a dozen pin advantage for them.
Glennis for a strike, it's 8, has the 5, and the wiggling 7 left. Peggy threw a 5.58 in the women's kennel against the qualifier, tied with Faye Sawyer and Madison River. Had to go to the second tiebreaker against Madison River. Should be bowling Evie Doobie, the 4-5 matchup, 10 o'clock, 2 weeks from today at Excellent Shooters Pub on Candlepin Network. Special guest commentator Mike Warren. Second ladder series, final one of the season. All balls eligible next round. The new season starts. Donnelly missed the head pin as the 1-3-6. Glennis the 7 pin for a 10. And she's right on it. 62 through 6. Donnelly, nice pinning off the wall, gets a 9. 62 through 6. 23 pin lead for bottom shelf. 2 spares and a double strike for them. 1 spare kind of right now for the Bulldozer, Jeff Walsh. Tim Jalp on the right, he's on a spare, 38 in the ball.
Window source, of course.
Jeff Walsh, 41 in the ball, sorry Greg.
And of course, Joe Smith's double strike coming up, so Window Source will have to get it started.
On the bonus, 8, 6 and 10, Wood coming out of play into the channel. 46 through 4. Walsh on the bonus. Goes right, he gets 5.
5, yes.
1, 2, 7, 8, 10, 46 through 4.
Yep.
And it's 26 for bottom shelf. And Jalpa missed it, not by much.
Yeah, just flick the 6 pin right in front.
Walsh object pin. Can't get to the 10. And Jalpa gets the 10. 56 half. Walsh, no good in the channel, won't count. 9, 55 half. "24 teams, 23 matches. We've seen some unbelievable ones, Greg. There's been some really good ones. Starting up at day 1, Kelsey Layton for Stars and Strikes put a great performance for her in a 2-pin thrilling win over JD Seamless Gutters. JD's right now, I believe, the number 2 seed with a tiebreaker. Cavalock and crew always up there. He was the runner-up at the Easter Classic himself. Jalbert on 34 gets 4. That make it 5. 5 parallel pins plus the 8 in the back left. Walsh in the pocket. Parallel time. 4-7 left. Middle left is the 5-8. Should say center left. 10 right corner.
Jalber with perpendicular wood, but shouldn't be material. Well, no, that was a foolish thing to say. Of course the wood could ricochet off it. Walsh got on the object pin. No, nothing doing.
Both gunning for 10s. Giallo does his job. 66 through 6. And Walsh on the doink gets 1 for 9. 64 through 6. Lead is 28 now for bottom shelf. Now here's the tsunami, Keith Beaupre. Bowling Justin Waters 2 weeks from today, 5 p.m. after the ladies' Candlepin for Cancer live show. Myself, Bob Lee, and special guest commentator Mike Morin out in spare time in Whitensville, Mass. 5 p.m. start. Justin Waters, Waters World, number 1 seed from the Class A South, the home bowler, against Class A North champion Keith Beaupre out of Riverwalk Lanes, Amesbury, Mass. That'll be live on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Facebook page. Here's Jimbo Aylott on the spare. Spread eagle.
Oh.
Perfect shot, nothing to show for it. 44 through 4. Keith coming in 45 through 4.
5 for 5 on the head pin, unless Aod pulls off the near impossible. 1 mark.
And good try on the 1% conversion chance. He's up to 3-6.
Not a bad bit at all. Yeah, the wood could have curled back. Not quite.
And Beaupre leads up to 2-4.
I mean, we basically did in the 4th frame. The 2 ladies got hung like usual.
Good pinning for Jimbo, a 10, 54 half. Beaupre misses for an 8, 53 half. And that pushes the lead up to 34 for bottom shelf. So right now, a double strike for Joe Smith, the leadoff bowler and the captain. And no marks right now for the window source. Jimbo has the 1-3-9, that cluster of 3 left side is the 4-7. Beaupre, fireballer, leads up to 4-7.
I let it go and I was like, I knew I let it go, didn't have enough turn on it, and I went to go one of them. But take those, you know, where are we going? I think our last match was 35 minutes.
Beaupre can't connect for the spare. And both will get a 9, or at least Jimbo has a 9. Keith going for a 10. So Jimbo 63 through 6. Beaupre gets the 9, 62 through 6. Beaupre at 42 miles an hour. That's a changeup for him in a sense. He goes up to 45, 46.
1 moment. Okay.
All right, so back to the top of the order. It's a 34 pin lead for bottom shelf.
Yep. With a double to come. Joe Smith on the left side will load it up. Counted the double twice, it's 8-5. And pinning is 17 in favor of bottom shelf.
JT 3-5, 7-10. Smith on the double. 27, that first double strike box, 2-4 in the 10. 77, make it 84 now, 84. Oh, what a try by JT.
I know.
74 half for Joe Smith. Take my word for it.
Now 84 in the ball. Takes 9 in that one, so 93 now for 6 officially. Good young bowler, Justin Lyonnaise on the rise, 9. 64 through 7. And 10 for Smith, 103 through 7. 1 string match. This team fighting for a top 6 finish to cash out.
All right, Joey, show me one.
2 splits for each of the bowlers. Lyonnaise close, didn't quite get there.
Banana split for Smith. Still there. JT right on it. 10. And Smith a 7. So Justin Line a 74 through 8. Joe Smith 110 through 8. No marks on the board for either side. It's a 48-pin lead for bottom shelf.
No marks to be found. Not now, anyway. Still 7 to 5, 8 to 5 for bottom shelf.
Amy Doobie on the left. Andy Bailey on the right. Andy 1-2-10. Doobie in the pocket. 7-8 leave. No wood, no luck. Andy missed the object pin, the 1, has the 10 right corner. This would be something for Amy Doobie, trying to get a kick off the wall. In the channel, -1. It's been a fun tournament here. It hasn't been a great, awesome time.
Yeah, so the tone is starting to get a little more serious in the room as we start winding down. Of course, we are on a 21st match this weekend, or 20th match this week. No, it's 21st, excuse me. 21st match this weekend.
Yep. And on adrenaline, the last 2 or 3 days, each ball at the 9.
So it's really everyone just in a zone at this point.
Andy 60 through 7, Amy Doobie 69 through 7. Boy, the last string was so high octane, the last match. In Stars and Strikes and Mark Hart Ford. 1-3-9 for Andy Bailey. Amy 7 left, 5-9 middle. Bailey for a spare, missed it right, 1 on the 9. Amy, good bid. The Star Trek character, 7 of 9. Amy appeared on 2 Comcast TV shows in the past. And Andy Bailey a 9, 69 through 8. Amy 9, 78 through 8. And it's still a 48-pin lead for bottom shelf with no marks either side. Glennis McKinley on the left. Peggy Donnelly on the right. 5 strikes in that inaugural women's doubles event with Deb DeRosia. Thrill you can watch on Candlepin Mowing Network. A dominant performance by Glennis McKinley. 5 strikes in 2 strings. And he came right down to the last box. Kelsey and Shannon Scribner in that match also out of the Big 20 Scarborough, Maine.
Score correction, 1 pin too high for Amy Doobie on my scoreboard. That's correct.
Just 47 efficient bottom shelf. Peggy Donnelly with the 3-6-7. Glennis has a 5-2 split.
Oh, of course, I forgot the neg 1 foul.
It's okay.
Goldfish memory. I like goldfish.
We are way back here, way behind it. A lot of people standing up, kind of blocking our view, so it's hard to see sometimes. Peggy, good bid. Has the 6 and 7. Glennis on the half, Worcester bid. Has a 5-1 split. Update from Kevin Burns after this box. Peggy, field goal for an 8, 70 through 7. McKinley for a big out. Does. 9, 71 through 7. Update from Kevin Burns.
Okay, Paul. Okay, good. Bud Light has come back. They're up 28. Harry Yost.
How far are they into the string?
They're into the 8th box.
Okay.
Bob Lee is over there covering that right now. Harry All-Stars is up 36. PC Enterprises is up over Academy by 4. Riverwalk Lanes has taken a 6-pin lead over
16.
Yeah, over the
JD Seamless Gutters.
yeah, and Holbrook Coca-Cola came roaring back, and now they're up 23.
Any word in Stars and Strikes?
I don't know where they're located, but I'll.
All right, thank you. Check that, because they're right on the edge, too, right now. Thank you, Kevin Burns. All right, back to live action. Paul Grant, Greg Gouillart, Kevin Burns on Candlepin Bowling Network. We're on YouTube. 2023 Mixed Worlds Tournament, Leda Lanes, Nashua, New Hampshire. Donnelly, 1-2-7. Glennis, smooth ball, missed the head pin, has the force from right, the 1-3-6-10. In Millis, Massachusetts, it's the Rick Kamarowski special. Teammates of mine and him for years, Natick and Millis, he made a living off that shot. He used to put a bucket every time he got one, leave like that. That was my inspirational lemon drop pool. So I call it the Kamarowski special. He's up the 110, Peggy the 127 still. It's all bottom shelf right now. No marks in stock at the warehouse for either side. And Peggy has 7, 77 through 8. And Glennis will take a 9, 80 through 8. Kevin Burns update.
I did find Stars and Stripes. They have a 7-pin lead in their match.
Were they bowling?
They're bowling against the high-low.
Okay. All right, thanks, Kevin. Stars and Strikes, South Paris Maine trying to get back, and he lost a heartbreaker against Mark Hartford. A dandy you must watch on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Match 20 on the YouTube feed on Candlepin Bowling Network. That's why you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's always free. Lane to Land 34. Candlepin Bowling Network, always free on YouTube, never a charge. No trial periods, always free, 24/7.
Quickly, before they raise the price.
If we raise the price, it'll still remain 0. Always free, Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube, and like and share and follow on our Facebook feed as well. We have Duncan McDougall and Drew Steele on the other call, lane 35 and 36, still covering Drywall Concepts. And the Turkey Hunters we'll see last today. Our next match is Drywall Concepts, Mark Carey and Company against High-Low Dispensary. Followed up our last match, Turkey Hunters and Exeter Lanes. Shooters Pub.
In fairness, we thought Twitter blue checkmarks would be free forever, so you never know these days.
All right, Greg, why don't you do a couple of boxes here for me, please, if you don't mind.
Okay. Jeff Walsh and Tim Jalbert. I see the reset light. No, Walsh is just giving right of way to his right. It's not called the left away. Ball on the right goes first. Keeps everyone happy. Walsh gets a spread eagle, I'm afraid. Jalbert pushes that kingpin, and with enough coaxing it tips the 1, 2, 8, and 9. Walsh has been on the head pin 5 out of 7. But by my counts, only one real good bona fide leave. Well, 2. The diamond was a good leave as well, as it happened with that wood in the middle. And he did take advantage of both opportunities. Let's see if he can pin this split out. Yes, he can. That's 10. Jalbert's pinning well, too, and that's 10. Going through a bit of a mark drought in this latest salvo. Nobody in this 7th and 8th box yet has gotten a mark. So we remain at the same 8 marks to 5. If we consider Joe Smith to have 3 strikes instead of 2 because one of them was double. Half Worcester.
Sorry, Greg, I gotta eat the last chocolate chip granola bar before you take it from me.
My favorite flavor, you know?
You'll have the peanut butter chocolate chip.
Listen, I don't mind the peanut butter. Chocolate chip is my favorite. Since I was young. Jalbert gets a strike. Excuse me, I did not see that corner pin.
Sorry, I'll give you the first 2 chocolate chip ones anyway today.
I thought I was going to hear a cheer or something to confirm that hammer. That was a great shot. I just assumed when he walked away I would see a pin standing. What a great hammer by Jalbert for his second mark. Walsh the pin out. That's 8. So Walsh having a scoring lower than he probably should, just based on how well he's pulling, I mean to say. Getting unlucky. 1 mark apiece for the anchors, despite high head pin accuracy, both 5 for 6. Keith Beaupre right, Jimbo Ayotte left. Jim Ayotte, of course, but Jimbo. The one-time Candlepins for Kids did a special of the Pro Series Jimbo Ayotte featured. And of course, Ayotte now Pro Series champion and bowler of the year. 1-7-10, Keith Beaupre. Unless that head pin tips, it does not. Ayotte, check mark. Flying pins, but that check mark seems to be the house specialty here. Kevin Burns mentioned another one. Lots of pins in the back, too. Not a bad crack for Beaupre, not to me. Ayotte crossed over, in effect, on that spare try. 3-5. So Beaupre turns the 1-7-10 into a 10. Now Ayotte on the object, that's 10. This is Candlepin Bowling Network. I'm Greg Gouillart alongside Paul Grant. Duncan McDougall and Drew Steele on the other call in lanes 35 and 36. That's on Facebook and YouTube. This broadcast is on YouTube only the way it pans out. We can only restream on one account, unfortunately. But bringing you this great bowling however we can, wherever we can, whenever we can. And for you to see it whenever you can, please remember to like and follow on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Either way, we greatly appreciate your support just by watching. Thank you. Beaupre, good mix on the second ball, leaves just the head pin up. Ayotte, that's a good spot for it. A lot of question of whether you play it outside or inside. My working theory is it matters more where your pocket is, and for Ayotte's left to right break, that's exactly where. And you saw he got a good mix, but no spare. He matches Beaupre's 9, and that brings us to the 8th box.
Hey, we got 2 special guests here.
May I do a statistical recap really quick before we welcome
second.
them? Yep, I'll just mention 9 marks to 5 bottom shelf and 19 pin advantage. You see it's a runaway right now.
All right, set your clocks. Actually, come on down to Exeter Lane Shooters Pub, 6 Columbus Ave, Exeter, New Hampshire. Mike Warren, special guest commentator. Candlepin Against the Ladies Show, 10 a.m., 2 weeks from today. Number 5 seed, Amy Doobie, who runs the Sunday Pro League in Exeter. Wonderful job as always. And her counterpart, number 4 seed, Peggy Donnelly, both in the league also. A grudge match. Your thoughts on the match here, Amy Doobie?
Okay, first of all, it's not a grudge match,
I know, I'm just kidding you.
but it's going to be a good match. Please tune in. It's going to be fun, and we're going to kick some butts.
And Peggy, you both great, 5:58. You did really.
I did. I had a good day that day.
Now, what is the Vegas line so far? Do you know what the Vegas line is? Who the favorite is?
Who's going to win? I think we need more information.
Yeah.
We need more time.
I think the Vegas line's expecting 3 overtimes.
We need to
Oh yes,
see
100%.
that.
We're gonna have to do a whole other string because we're just so evenly matched.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
know.
go head-to-head the whole
Looking
time.
forward to that. Good luck.
We're gonna have fun. See you
Thank you.
then.
All right.
Good show.
Cancel live show July 9th, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. start Eastern Time on Candlepin Bowling Network. Thank you. Back to Greg.
Joe Smith having a good string here, and an even better one now. His 3rd strike. Mighty chain this one together. That's a big smile
You had
back
a double
us off.
earlier too, right?
You betcha. Linus put a good hit on that head pin as well. He'll try the 610 and get it for his second mark on the bookends.
A lot of these bowlers, Jimbo Ayotte and company, Tim Jalbert, and Joe Smith on Academy 2 lanes, Friday Night Pro League, and they dominated all year and won the Friday Night Pro League series as well. Playoffs.
Joe Smith 129. Lost this. Well, second ball to come. Lion Ace will try. This is a 10th box fill, so his last ball will collect 4 more for a 96 string. Smith guaranteed a 130 string. He's got a good mix here. And an 8, 137. One thing we haven't seen is a lot of pin perfect string. You fight for every pin you can in this. It's tough to come by here, but a lot of the appeal of Candlepin bowling is the challenge of it and the fact that these sticks don't come down just because you say pretty, pretty, please.
Yeah, nothing earned, nothing handed to you in Candlepin bowling, that's for sure. A game of skill and challenge, a sport for all ages, great exercise. Anybody can bowl, from a youngster to people in their hundreds that bowl, like at Academy Lanes, Pub 125. They got a guy 101 years old still bowling.
Two 7 for Bailey. Third ball's coming up. Doobie wants some pins, doesn't want to take these for granted. It was great to hear from her just a moment ago. Unfortunately, it will be a 2 box, and Bailey a chance to gain a mark in effect. That's 10 versus 2. Nonetheless, the margin remains lopsidedly in bottom shelf's favor. Recall that Jalbert's and for Window Source Lion A's have marks, so that's even up. Tough hit on the head pin for Doobie. 5-7-9. Really pieces out the entire back row as it happens. So has the first 5 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 9, excuse me. Not quite as clean as I thought. That's good pins.
The starting lineup, that's up to the one. Yeah. It's up to the
Drywall Concepts versus High-Low is the next matchup coming up. After this one, that'll be the penultimate match. So 2 matchups coming up after this. 9 box apiece. Donnelly and McKinley. Dang it, I never get those switcher arrows right. I'll fully admit to that. I was hoping to help you all out with that, but I gotta do better with the accuracy. I'll make a formula. I actually tried to do that on the fly, but couldn't figure out quite how to do it. Glennis McKinley. Had been hit. Wood's gonna roll around and tip the 7 into the 4. Not quite. Donnelly takes out 4. Right side of the wood for McKinley is covering the 4. That's about it, though. Almost just the cap, if that even. So a risk of ball deflection if she doesn't go straight at that pin. Let's see. Plays closer to the red line and does take it out. Donnelly needs an out. Smarter play than I came up with. You go closer to the red line and then the pin carries through, rather than relying on the ball to punch through and not deflect. Unlucky for Donnelly on that third ball. It becomes 7. So McKinley, who's been a past star of our Candlepins for Cancer shows, showing why for sure. Already has 2 marks to this point. Away with bated breath the rest of the standings. You've heard Kevin Burns throughout, and as soon as we get an update on that, especially number 1 team Bud Light 2.0, we'll have those for you as soon as we get a chance. Spare fill is 4. The advantage continues to grow for bottom shelf. Window source. Oh, Donnelly put a good head pin hit. Just curled full, I suppose. Harsh to have the 10 pin stay put. That wood nearly rolled forward for McKinley. You can see how badly Donnelly wanted to put a cut on that. And McKinley concludes a 104. We'll score that a 7 for Donnelly. It's 91. Remember, total pinfall matters as well for all tiebreakers that are not for first place. And it brings up Jeff Walsh and Tim Jalbert.
Stay tuned next for Drywall Concepts and the High-Low Dispensary. Next on Candlepin Network, followed by our final match on our broadcast, the Turkey Hunters in Exeter Lanes. And they lost 3 straight today. That has put them out of the playoff running more than likely now. They need help to get in now. They beat a lot of the top teams. They beat Bud Light 2.0. They beat 2 or 3 of the good teams, but couldn't maintain it. They're playing out the string here. 21 down almost, and 2 more to go. Wrap up the 3-day weekend.
Still 9 bucks, I'm fairly sure that was.
Jim Jalbert 6 in the strike, 9 in the box, 101 through 9. Jeff Walsh, a tough 5, 87 through 9. Bottom shelf is going to win and still have an outside chance of getting in. We'll give you an update on the next feed on Candlepin Network. Why don't we get the updates about 10-15 minutes after the match? We should have the standings printed out. And boy, Alexi and company here have done a phenomenal job, again, on getting all the scores out to us so we can tell you, our viewers, watching the match. Jimbo Ayotte and Keith Beaupre will wrap up after this. With the wood, 6-9 left up for Jalbert, doesn't need it. The Bulldogs of Jeff Walsh, 9 with the ball to go. Tim Jalbert, 9, does a great job on the youth program at Academy Lanes, Pub 125, Haverhill, Mass. We're 80 kids this year, 110 string.
9.
Jeff Walsh, 96 string. 2 box to go. Jimbo Ayotte, 82, Keith Beaupre, 81. I'm going to get this lineup for the next match. Go look at this really sharp.
No, I might as well take it from here.
This is your boxes.
So how you doing today, sir?
Hey,
I'm
gets
just
9.
hanging in there.
Hey there, Drew.
And
How was the last match?
pretty good. Drywall Concepts took it. Kerrigan Skinner had a spare strike 9 finish.
Very
Brought
good.
our team back. I didn't announce much. I took a break. Voice is shot, but I got 2 more to do. You know?
We're looking forward to that. 10 bucks for Ayotte after getting stymied by Wood. Seven for Beaupre. So overall statistics in this match, it was 4 strikes and 6 pairs, including a double. So really 5 strikes and 6 pairs, and 6 spares for window source, and 25 pins the differential for bottom shelf. Kevin.
But Light did it. They made the comeback. They upset 24-7. Few close match shots there, but it went their way.
So Bud Light winners again and again, maintaining their undefeated streak for the day.
I can actually say there's not enough time for anybody else to catch them. You can pretty much just say they clinched.
Sounds increasingly likely. If that's the math, fantastic. So thank you very much, Kevin, for that. We'll have a definitive update in just a moment. 9 box, 97 for Beaupre. There you see it. Sorry, window source, you won't like to look at this one. 500.
This is Drywall Concepts in order.
Got to put Ayotte spare on the board. What am I doing? Here's the last ball. Ayotte crunches in, and that's 8. Gets 110. He wanted to beat Jalbert so badly. Joe Smith, of course, tops on that team. 137, including a double strike, a third strike elsewhere in the string. Spare before the double, in fact. So what a great string that was. So 549 to 468. Thank you very much. I'll let you do the paperwork, and I'll just say thank you very much.
All right, thanks for watching this great game of Candlepin Bowling on Candlepin Bowling Network.
We will see you soon for the penultimate match. Bye for now.